Good morning, brother and sister. Today I'm reading from the Old Testament in 1 Samuel chapter 30. I'm starting from verse 1. And it came to pass, when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the third day, the Amalekites had invaded Ziklag and burned it with fire, and has taken the women captives, and they were therein. They slew not, and neither great or small, but carried them away, and went on their way. David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and the son and the daughter were taken captives. Then David and the people that were with him lifted up their voices and wept until they have no more power to weep. They cry until they cannot cry anymore. And David's wives were taken captives, and so is all the people. And verse 6. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him, because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughter. So David was anointed as the king of Israel, but he was running away from Saul. But after a while, he said, why am I running? I must build up my mighty army while waiting to be a king. I can start doing something. So he started fighting the enemy of Israel, outside Israel. So he became more and more powerful. As he became more and more powerful, more people follow David, these fugitives and all these warriors, all these 独行客. They call they follow David. They saw the future and the vision of David, and they like David, so they follow him. They are very faithful to David. But now, after they came back to Ziklag, they have been invaded. The whole city is burned with fire. All the family member is gone. Possession is gone. So they cry until they cannot cry anymore. So what happened? David was greatly distressed, the Bible says, because they want to stone him. Those people that is very faithful to David, can count on. They fight with David, through the battle, trying to say 出生入死. Right? Go through all the battles together. They're willing to risk the life of David. Now, they turn around, they want to stone David. They scold David, it's all your fault, all your fault. If not for you, we would have been, but it's all your fault. They have lost their mind. So David come to have a dead end in his life, like everything is gone. All these years of hard work, it's like all these years of hard work, all this hard labor, all these years of stretching and planning and, laboring, like it's all gone now. It's all gone. It's all over. Only, you might as well die. There's no more else to look for. Everything is gone. Everything is gone. And your friends have become your enemy. You have no shoulder to cry on. They want to stone you to death. But David encouraged himself in the Lord. Verse says that, but David encouraged himself in the Lord. David went to God when there's no more way, it's all dark, it's the darkest hour. Go to the Lord. Don't go to somewhere, go to another website, another story, another analysis, another report. Go to the Lord. Go to the Lord. You don't have to do any more research. Just go to the Lord and inquire of the Lord. Ask God. Why don't you ask God? You ask the scientist, you ask the doctor, you ask the philosopher, psychologist. Why don't you ask God? Yeah, you should ask God. So David went to inquire of the Lord, and then in verse 7, David asked Abiathar the priest, Ahimelech's son, I pray to thee, bring me the ephod. And Abiathar brought the ephod to David. David inquired of the Lord, at the Lord, saying, shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake him? And he answered him, pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all. This is what God spoke to David. David heard from the Lord. David just need one thing. He said, I lost everything now. No more hope, no more soldiers, no more friends. All I need is one thing, is the word of the Lord. I must have the word of the Lord. And that was the word of the Lord. Now, this is what we need to do sometimes. Go to the Lord and say, what should I do? And now it's all gone. You know? Maybe you lost millions of dollars, all your saving, house, or children. I don't know. You know, it's very, very painful, but ask God, you know, what should I do in this situation? Should I do this? Should I do that? Or should I do nothing? You know, sometimes you have to do nothing and just stand in faith. Just like Jesus, when he told the guy who came to him and said, fear not, only believe. Sometimes you have to only believe. Okay, so cut the story short, in the end David went out with 600 men, chased after the enemy, the Amalekites, and then he overtake them and slaughter them, kill them, and he won the battle. But the amazing thing is that none of the children, none of the wives, none of the possession was lost. Everything was intact. The enemy didn't touch it. They didn't touch it. Why? Because angels were guarding them. Angels were guarding their lives, guarding their possession. You must have thought, sometimes you thought they lost it, but the angel is still guarding it. It's guarding it from being totally consumed, from being, destroyed by the enemy. He's guarding it. And God can restore it. God can restore it manifold to you. So if you trust God, but we need to hear His voice. All I need is one word from God. That's all I need. And the whole situation will turn around. It doesn't turn around immediately, but if I carry that word, the situation will turn around. Praise God. God bless you. God bless you today.